Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sleep by the Hearth, where today I don't really have a whole lot of new or interesting things, because I decided to not build a deck that's brand new or whatever, like the Control Warrior yesterday. So, yeah, we're gonna go back to the old, I don't even think you guys have seen Buff Pally. It's a much older idea that worked before. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this actually was a deck that I built before. I'm sorry, I feel like I spoke a little bit loudly there. This was a deck that I constructed before Grand Tournament, and it did alright. So we're gonna go with this, and it should have some new elements in it. Some of the I'm losing track of all my words. It has some of the new elements of Grand Tournament in it, but the core deck is still the same, and it got kind of replaced with Banana Paladin. And I'm not going to make any further changes right now, so let's just see how well it holds up. Probably not that great, but it's something that if you haven't seen me play, that you could see me play. I just got done facing off against a Justicar True Heart Paladin deck, and oh my god, that thing was a mess. I didn't have nearly enough AoE removal for it. So, we're going to open up with a Consecration, Blessing of Wisdom, and Muckless Champion. So I did make a small change with the Muckless. We'll keep the Blessing of Wisdom and chuck the other two. Now, Blessing of Wisdom, the jury's kind of out on it, in my opinion, because I feel like it's a pretty good card, and it could have a lot of play, especially against early game, where you can either keep someone from attacking you, or if they want to pay the price of, doing just a couple of damage to you, and you get to draw a card. I guess it depends on what they deem to be worth. Okay, so we're going to have to wait out one more turn. So now I have in my hand Fencing Coach, Blessing of Wisdom, Abusive Sergeant, Sword of Justice, and Argent Protector. Now, the idea of the buff Pally deck is things like Sword of Justice and other buff cards, boosting up things like the Dragon Egg, which I believe is what it's called, and the other egg, the Nerubian Egg, as well as other things, and makes use of just buffing up a lot of smaller minions. So now we can finally play out our Sword of Justice. And I'm just going to go ahead and poke with my token guy here. I just thought of a pretty funny joke with it. Well, not really funny, but I apologize if you think this joke's racist, but just think of this. If the Silverhand recruit was black, would that make him the token black guy? Because he's a token? He's not a card? Nah, get it? Yeah, I know it's pretty bad. So I'm sorry about that one. Okay, so he's got Knife Juggler and Cobalt Geomancer. I think what I'm gonna do is put the Blessing of Wisdom on Knife Juggler here. And then I am gonna play out, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll do the Fencing Coach. Make him a 3/3. Now I could put out one and get a 2/2. I don't want to do that just yet. I know it sounds kind of greedy, but I have a reason for holding off. A big part of it's Muckless Champion. If I draw that, that would be a huge thing to do. Backstab, okay. Yeah, that's not good. But the nice thing is, since I have the Blessing of Wisdom... Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I updated you. I have an enhancement mechanic on Blessing of Kings in my hand now. So he's got Knife Juggler. Is he going to attack with a Knife Juggler? If not, I save 3 damage. If so, I draw a card, and I get my Nerubian Egg. So, now we have some plays to make here. I draw into another Blessing of Kings. I can't quite use yet. But I can put out that, get a 1/3, give it a shield. And since I don't think anything's going to happen anytime soon, now what I'll do is I'll put out the Reinforce, just so I can have that extra minion. And I'll get the +1 going on there. So unfortunately I'm going to take some damage here, but we should be able to strike back within the turn. I got a random ping. I don't know what it was. It might have been from something online. Let me check it. See if I can just close it out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything important, so I'm just going to close out Chrome here. He hasn't done anything yet, right? Nope, he has not. So he's going to probably just go for the face at this point. There's no point for him not to, I suppose. But that would be kind of silly on his part. He's going to kill my recruit, crash into the egg, and draw me a card. Another Sword of Justice. Very nice. I don't really need it right now, though. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use our Abusive Sergeant to get rid of his Grizzly. Oh, now we draw into the Muckless Champion, of course. Go ahead. Or do I want to enhance a Mechano? Trying to think here what would be the best solution. I could crash the 3/3 into it. Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah, here's what I'll do, because we want to take out the Yeti. Above all else. Technically I can slap the dude in the face here, so here's what we'll do. We'll buff up the egg, take out the Yeti, and then we can afford to take another 3 damage to the face. And now he's got nothing on the field. And I've got a 5/3 egg and a 1/1. So, and our cards are about the same because I got a lot of value off my Blessing of Wisdom. See, 1 mana got me 3 cards. It's a lot of value. And sometimes you just got to remember that. You know, it's about that long-term value. He's going to assassinate, but it's not the big steal because, well, I have my Nerubian. So I still have a minion on the field. And next turn I'm going to Muckless anyway. Oh man. Things be swinging back in my favor. I also do into an Aegis Darkbane, which we're not going to play out yet. I definitely want to take advantage of Muckless as soon as possible. Which is, well, now, of course. Because having a 5/5 and 2 sets of, or 1 set of, you know, 2/2 minions. Every time I say 2/2, it feels weird because like I feel like I'm saying the clothing article. He's got an Assassin's Blade, which means he's probably going to Blade Flurry. Or would he wouldn't Blade Flurry an Assassin's Blade, would he? That would be silly. That'd be very silly. Okay. So now we're going to do Aegis Darkbane. And we're going to do Blessing of Kings. Put out a Dragon Egg. Actually, hold on. How much damage we got here? Puts us at 8. I could do 4 more. Yeah, we should probably just go for that. Just bring him down to 4 as soon as possible. That way he's not going to take anything out with the Assassin's Blade. Except for maybe one of the 2/1 or one of the other ones. Shieldmaster's not going to save him now. He's going to have something huge. And I don't think for 4 mana he's going to have anything. Nope. That, my friend, is what we call a game over. For him. Well played indeed. And now to top it all off, Mechano. So yeah, it's a bit rough around the edges. I haven't played with it in quite a while. But it's fun. It's kind of it's like a mid-tier game deck, mid to late game, but it doesn't drag on like some of the other decks do that go late game. So we'll play another one. I mean, granted, we're also in really low rank, so we're not going to see a whole lot of quality opponents, but I don't think I've ever gotten above rank 14 because I'm just not that great at the game. So, I just wanted to thank you guys for just watching my stuff, and you know, I see the subscriber number go up a little bit by little bit, and it makes me feel pretty good and lets me know that I'm doing a pretty good job. Now this is what I call quality hand. Open up with a Nerubian Egg. It's probably one of the best cards in this deck that we can open up with. True Silver Champion, Consecration, and Argent Protector. The only thing I'm going to get rid of is the Consecration key. Everything else And we got a Sludge Belcher. The only things that I really gun for when I'm going up for an opening... Oh my god, sorry, I got a cough. My throat was just getting all kinds of clogged up from stuff. I could go for a turn 1 Rubian Egg. Yeah, maybe. I don't have anything to buff it with though, so I'm not going to do that. Because I have like Blessing of Might, the Kings, all these different, buffs. Oh dear, Argent Watchman, eh? That's a bit tricky. Oh, now we have a buff. Of course. Of course. You never know when you're going to get them, so it would have been perfect to have it now. Not that it would have truly mattered, because I wouldn't have been able to kill it. So is he going to activate... Is he going to activate it? Is he not going to activate it? If he doesn't, I'm going to Truce over the crap out of it next turn. Now I have Fencing Champion and Blessing of Might for those not keeping track. Oh, man. No, I'm not going to be... Oh, dear. He can't use it yet. He's got his 6-7. He can't use it yet, though. He has to specifically... What am I going to do? The most I can do is bring it down to 3, and even then that's not going to be great. He's going to hit me in the face hard, but I have my anti-heal bot. It's not going to be the worst. So here's what we're going to do instead. We are going to buff it up. And we're going to put an Argent Protector on it. We're going to at least kill the Young Priestess. So we got that out of the way. And we'll be set to kill it next turn. So even if he kills the 3-2, I'll have enough damage with Truce over next turn to get rid of it. So we should be sitting pretty easy. I don't think he's going to have that much removal. I don't think a priest is that crazy on turn 4. Oh, nice. Yeah, we can get rid of that easy. Just watch. So here we go. Go ahead and Truce over. Smack that thing. Get rid of it. And we still get a 4-4. And priest removal cannot be used on that because his only hits under 3 and under or over 5. So we get some solid minions. Granted, the 2-drop is not going to probably last too long, but I don't think he's going to use it on Argent Protector. That'd be silly. So now we have Sludge Belcher, the Coin, Fencing Coach, Anti-Heal Bot, and Aegis Darkbane. So I guess I made a lot more changes to this deck than I thought. I just haven't been playing it because I've been playing Murloc a lot. Let's see, we draw into a Redemption. We won't really need that here. I say we just get rid of Tournament Medic, to be honest. And then poke him in the face. Let's see. I could put out Aegis. It's probably going to get baited, though. So let's not do that. As much as I don't want to put out Sludge Belcher, because it's probably just going to get killed. It's not leaving me with much of a choice. No, I screwed up. If he removes it, I could have had Redemption. Oh, there's still a chance. Yep, okay, perfect. Perfect, we got it. Whew, I was scared there, guys. I was nervous. Very nervous. Okay, so if he gets rid of Sludge Belcher, we'll be fine. So now we're going to kill his Footman. I'll get rid of his 4, and then get rid of his 2. And then, now we'll put out Sword of Justice. And do I reinforce? Yeah, why not? Maybe leaving mana on the table if I didn't. So, okay, we're set up pretty well here. If there's almost nothing he can do right now. Like even if he kills it, he's just helping me because, I'm gonna get it back. Lightwell, not a big threat really. Holy Nova. He triggered Redemption though. He triggered Redemption on that. So never mind. Nothing went according to plan at all. Ooh, Emperor Thousand. Get rid of that Lightwell at least. And Thousand gets boosted up to a 6. I still have the coin that I haven't even used it, but I've had nothing to use it on. So I've learned a valuable lesson today. A priest without card advantage is not a priest. Let that be a lesson to all of you. Shadow Word Death. To be expected. But we're still sitting pretty well. A Light Warden, eh? He's going to heal it just so he can get the attack bonus. Interesting. I'll give him the old well played on that. However, now I'm going to Blessing of King's Hiatus. See if we can get the nuke on, yep, there we go. Let's see. I have 2 mana. Yeah, we'll, no, we won't put out a Reinforce. The reason being is I want to boost up Antique Heal Bot. Or something else when it comes out next turn. Darkscale Healer. Yeah, so I think this is more of a basic priest than really anything. Ooh, wow, we're gonna really finish it off with the old Muckless Champion here. It's gonna be absolutely insanity up in here. Alright, I don't want to be too greedy. So I'll get rid of the Darkscale Healer. Last I need is some kind of crazy buff. So we don't get to hit him with the boom just yet. But the boom will be for next turn. Don't you worry. Oh, can I Soul Priestess or Soul Priest? Shouldn't it be a Priestess? Circle of Healing, not a bad play. Oh, he healed the wrong one. Yeah, that was a mistake indeed. So first off, Consecrate. Smack in the face. And now we'll play out the Antique Heal Bot. Now we can Reinforce without worry. We haven't even had to use the coin. Doesn't that feel kind of cool when you don't have to use the coin? Mind Vision. Well, he's gonna get the coin or Fencing Coach. He got Fencing Coach. Alright. But it will not be enough. No siree. So now, we'll play the coin because we have nothing better to do. Abuse the Sergeant. And the true nuclear boom coming right in. So, this deck, obviously, we're not facing off against anyone stellar. I'm not going against Trump or any of those people. But it's fun for what it is. It's got some cool gimmicks. The deck's all about gimmicks. I like playing gimmicky decks more than I like playing serious decks, to be honest. Decks that can do a lot of cool things. That's what I'm all about. So anyway, one of my friend's podcasts is about to start. So I have to get going. But I thank you guys, as always, for watching this show here. And I might actually be uploading some bonus content tomorrow. I guess you'll have to wait and see what that means. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. And if you are using this to fall asleep, I hope it was able to do so. And as always, you have an excellent night. And I'll see you tomorrow.